Hello traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Wednesday, July 19th, and welcome to today's live stream. Thanks for coming. I really do appreciate the support as always. Definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. It makes a huge difference to push my channel out to new members, so definitely do that if you have not done so already. So anyways, we're going to start off as usual. We're going to look at the DXY, and we're going to look at the US dollar index. We're going to start off on the monthly, do a full top-down analysis all the way down to the 1 hour time frame. Then we're going to use that information that we get from that, and we're going to apply it to all these other US dollar pairs, including gold. So anyways, let's get started. Let's look at the DXY on the monthly time frame. So the DXY on the monthly to me still looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 waves up for the wave A. I think we have an A, B, C down for the wave B, and I still think that this push up right here is the wave C. We definitely did respect the 78% Fibonacci level. As you can see, we made a nice big impulsive move down. We do have a little bit of a break of structure. I do believe there's a very good likelihood that this is the end of a correction, and if it is the end of a correction, it will, over the next coming months and maybe even into years, make lower lows, lower highs, and eventually go down and take out this low. So let's take a look at that on the weekly time frame. Let's switch back to the US dollar index, which is the one I prefer. So anyways, on the FXCM US dollar Dow Jones index, I think that this impulsive move down is a wave 1. I still think this is an A, B, C of 2 right there. So A, B, C of 2, and I think that this is actually a downtrend now, and I think anything we see to the upside on the shorter time frames is just going to be a correction to the downtrend, and most likely it will end up continuing to make lower lows and lower highs. So taking it down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we are definitely going up right now, as you can see. It's a pretty strong move to the upside. We are not really, I don't consider this respecting a fib level. We kind of turned right in the middle of two fib levels, as you can see. I don't think that this move up is anything more than a correction to the downtrend. Now, it definitely could go all the way up and retest this high right here. Retest that trend line, maybe end up looking something like this before it actually does end up continuing back down. I still think that this is all part of a big wave 3, and I still think that we have a long ways to go to the downside. So let's take it down to the 4 hour time frame. Now on the 4 hour time frame, I do believe that this first move down is a 1. I think this is a corrective wave 2. I believe this is a wave 3, 4, and 5. I think this first move up is actually only a wave A. I think we're probably getting near the end of that wave A, which means we'll probably go down and make a correction to that wave A, probably a wave B, and I would expect to see one more push up at least for the wave C. I think there's a good chance it's going up to about the 50% Fibonacci retracement level before it makes an impulsive down, breaks some structure, and most likely from there continues the lower lows and lower highs. So let's take it down right to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, I think it's actually very, very clear that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of wave wave A coming. I don't think the wave A is over. I think we're in a wave 4 of wave A right now, which means it's probably going to go up and make a wave 5 of A, and then probably after that it will make a move to the downside, which will be a correction to this move up, like a wave B, and then probably back up again for that wave C. I think the 50% is a very likely place for this to go, especially because that's where the trend line kind of lines up with on the higher time frames to finish off this wave C. So now that we pretty much have that figured out, I think that we're in a wave A right now, and I don't think that the wave A is even complete yet. That means that most likely we're going to see similar patterns on all these other US dollar pairs, including gold. And we need to apply the information that we learned from analyzing this, and we need to take that information and apply it to all other dollar pairs. So let's check out the euro dollar. Let's go up to the daily time frame. Now the euro has been probably one of the top 2 strongest pairs for the dollar, that is, And it's still not even really going down that much compared to a lot of the other dollar pairs which are making a decent move down. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, wave 1. I think this is all a correction right here, wave 2, and I think this is probably still part of a wave 3. I think this move down is just a subdivision of a much bigger trend, probably just making a pullback because this 100% Fibonacci extension level. I think we're in a wave 3, and I think we have a long ways to go to the upside in the coming weeks and maybe even months. So taking it down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, I don't think this correction is over, so I definitely think that I would still be looking for shorts on sort of time frames. It's probably going to go down to at least, I would say at least to 38, but possibly to 23% to finish off an ABC correction before it ends up continuing back up. So that means on the sort of time frames, I think our best bet is to look for shorts in a downtrend. Now, the euro has been very strong, so we do have to realize that this could be an ABC already, and it very easily could just keep on going up very, very easily. So we do have to be very careful. If I was going to short a dollar pair, I don't think I would pick the euro dollar. I'd probably pick like the Aussie or the Kiwi to short because those are already very weak. But this is probably going to do something very similar to all those ones too. I mean, I'm sure it's probably going to end up going down, making some sort of a three-way pattern down to either the 23% or possibly the 38% to make some sort of an ABC before it actually ends up continuing back up. So depending on what time frame you trade on, if you trade below the 1 hour, I would definitely say you could be looking for shorts in a downtrend. If you trade on above the 1 hour time frame, then you're probably waiting for the end of this correction, which may not even happen today, for the continuation of the uptrend. Let's check out the pound dollar. Hey Robin, how's it going today? So the pound dollar, I have it marked as an ABC, but I don't think that's right. I think that the US dollar is telling us the story, and the US dollar is telling us that we're only in a wave A. The US dollar seems very, very clear to me that we're only in a wave A, which means this is probably only in a wave A also. So let's go back up to the daily time frame. Now the pound had CPI news that came out today, which is why this caused such a big impulsive move down, I believe. But I still think this move down is a correction to this last trend up, and I still think it's going to end up making a higher low, and just keep on trending up. So my primary goal is to be looking for longs on shorter time frames, but if you can get short, I think there probably is going to be some pretty decent shorting opportunities. I think this move right here is actually a failed wave 5. It's probably like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that means that this move down is probably the A. I bet it is going to start to go up, maybe even today for the B, and then probably down again for the C. I would think at this point, it's probably going to go to the 50 or maybe even the 61.8 before it makes an impulsive move up and continues the uptrend. So let's take it down even further to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, we got a nice impulsive move down right here. This is very obviously a trend, and it doesn't even look like the trend is even confirmed to be over yet. It kind of looks like a 1, 2, 3. It may make like a little 4 or 5 and go down even a little bit more before it ends up making like a three-way pattern to the upside for the B, and probably another move down for the C. Like I said, I think the 50 or maybe even the 61.8 is the most likely place for this to end a correction and most likely end up continuing the uptrend. So the Aussie has been very, very weak, as you can see. I was trying to figure out if this one was also in a wave A, but it doesn't really look like it is. It kind of looks like it wants to go up now. So anyways, going to the 1 hour the daily time frame, it looks like big impulsive up, most likely a wave 1. This does look to me like it already made an ABC of 2, and I think that we're just going to continue to make higher highs, higher lows, and just keep on trending up, all part of that big wave 3 on the longer time frames. Most likely this one is in a wave 3 of wave Y. Hey Isva, how's it going today? Going down to the 4 hour time frame, yeah, I'm not really convinced that it's over yet, even though it is kind of turning up a little. This one possibly could be an ABC already. It definitely doesn't look like this could be a failed wave 5 like the other dollar pairs. We're not really bouncing off a fib level. It is making an impulsive move up, so if it does maintain momentum, ends up looking something like that, then I would definitely be looking for pullback entries on shorter time frames for the continuation of the uptrend. So taking it down even further to the 1 hour time frame. So for me, if it breaks this structure right here, then I would say that the downtrend is over and that it's heading back up. Until it does that, it very easily could be a correction and it very easily could go down again. I think the best bet for us until we can confirm that the correction is over is that the best thing for us is to just continue to look for shorts in a downtrend. I think it's probably going to go down at least one more time to one of these other Fibonacci retracement levels before it really does end up continuing the uptrend. So I'm not really too convinced that this is over. I mean, if it does go up, if it does break structure like that, then I would definitely start looking for longs in an uptrend. But until that happens, I think the best bet for us is to keep on looking for shorts. Kiwi dollar, kind of the same story, honestly. Let's head up to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, the Kiwi dollar looks like a 1-2, and I still think that this is in a wave 3. I still think this move down is a correction to this last wave up, and I still believe that it's going to end up continuing to make higher highs and higher lows, and most likely just keep on trending up. Hey, 8 Snowy, how's it going? I'm taking the time to say it. Yeah, smart money concept and Elliott wave is kind of go hand in hand with each other, honestly. So anyways, going down to the 4 hour time frame, this definitely looks to me like a trend, kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably what's actually going on is it's going to go up and make a B, which is probably what's going to happen with the Aussie dollar also, probably something very, very similar. And then it's probably going to go down and make a C. I would think it's going to at least a 78% before it makes that impulsive move up and continues the uptrend. I do believe that it's probably going to come back into this area because this area has so much support and resistance right here. So I think that's a very likely area for this to come back into. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, it definitely looks like we may get a turn up. And I do see a higher low right here. Higher low, higher low. So that probably is a good indication that this whole move down is complete. Probably the end of a wave A. That means we're probably getting ready to go up to make an A, B, C of B. Which an A, B, C of B can go anywhere between 38 and 78% of this move down right here. So it definitely could make for a pretty good move to the upside. And then I still think it's probably going to end up going down again. Probably end up looking something like that for the way down. A, B, and C correction is what I expect to see. So the US dollar Canadian. US dollar Canadian didn't make that move up yet. It still kind of looks to me like it probably will. I could see this going a few different ways. I could see this being an A, B, C, and I could see this just keep on trending down like this, making lower lows, lower highs. That definitely is a possibility because I do see 3 ways up. But I was thinking because of the fact that this move up really is 3 waves, like this is definitely a 3-way pattern up. I was thinking that this right here was actually a wave B, and that this was actually a wave A down here, and that this is actually a wave C of wave B right now, and that it was actually going to turn back up and end up looking something like that, maybe even going back to the 50 or the 61.8 fib level to finish the whole A, B, and C correction before it actually does end up continuing the downtrend. So we didn't look at the higher time frames on this one, but it's kind of the same story. On the daily, I still think this is a 1. I think this is an A, B, C of 2. I think this is all probably part of a wave 3, which I still believe is going to continue to make lower lows and lower highs and just keep on going down. So anyways, let's see. We already looked at the 1 hour on this one. Now on the 4 hour, it does look kind of convincing that this is an A and that this is like a 3-way pattern for the B and that it's going to go up to make a C before it goes back down. But like I said, it very easily could just keep on trending down, so definitely be cautious with that. So let's head down to the US dollar Swiss since we already looked at the 1 hour. I think the 1 hour, if I see an impulsive turn, if I see like a candle turn into something like this, like an engulfing candle, then I would definitely go long because I think there's a good chance it's going to go up and do something like that. So I would definitely go long if I saw that thing turn back up, for sure. US dollar Swiss. The US dollar Swiss is another one that is the euro is very strong and the Swiss is very strong also, but the Swiss is the second currency in this one, which is why this one's so strong to the downside. This one hasn't even broken any structure to the upside at all. I think this is still a 1, 2, and still a 3. It's probably just going to keep on going down. I'm sure there'll be some pullbacks, but I definitely wouldn't be trying to go long on this one for sure. I was thinking that it might make a little push up just because it looks like impulsive up and corrective down right here. I was thinking that it may go up and break structure, which is probably going to cause people to go long. And then right when people start going long is probably when it'll make a little 3, 4, 5, and then bam, right back down it'll go. So I don't think that it's a good idea to try to go long on this one, but if you do see 3 waves up, if you do see an impulsive move down like this, then I would definitely take that as a short opportunity for the continuation of the downtrend. So like I said, I don't think I would try to go long on this one. It looks very, very corrective, like it's bottomed out. It looks like this is impulsive, and this looks very, very corrective, and the whole thing is just sideways, which makes me think that it probably is going to go up, probably break structure, maybe even come back into this area, and then probably make a big dive to the downside. Probably go up just enough to trap everybody into a long right before it dives down and continues the downtrend. So, US dollar yen. I don't think US dollar yen's done going up either. I see a few possibilities on this. On the longer time frames, I did kind of change my analysis a little bit, as people can probably notice if you watch my videos, because I don't think this yen is done. I think it might end up doing this, but I think it's going to go up. I think it's going up to at least a 50%. I think this is a 1, 2, 3 here. 4, and I think it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C going on here. So I think there's a good chance the US dollar yen is going to go up again. Now looking at the sort of time frames, the daily, it's just one big impulsive move to the downside, one very, very strong impulsive move down. So I don't think the down move is over yet. I still think this move up is a correction to that move down, but I think it might go down one more time and then go back up. Maybe even go all the way up and make new highs eventually. On the weekly, that is. So let's keep that in mind. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, we're still going up. Now it looks to me like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is either a wave A or possibly a wave 1. If that analysis I just showed you on the higher time frames is correct, then it's actually probably a wave A. And this right here is probably turning into a correction, which may end up looking something like this for some sort of an A, B, and C correction. Probably up to at least a 50 or even a 61.8 before it makes an impulsive move down. I think it's an A. I think it's going to be an A, B, C, or B. And I think it'll go down again to make a wave C, just like I showed on the daily time frame. So, taking it down to the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, I definitely would be looking for long still. Look at some of these pullbacks. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, go long. Even right here, there's a little 1, 2, 3 wave pattern. So I am definitely still looking for longs. If I see 3 waves down, if I see impulsive up, I would definitely still continue to look for longs. I think it's going to make its way up to at least one of these higher Fibonacci levels on the higher time frames, which tells me that there's a good chance that it will continue bound. Yeah, we're going to check out the yen pairs, and we may have time to look at that Aussie Canadian also. So anyways, let's go check out gold. Ooh, gold does look like it's trying to end the correction. I was pointing this out to my Patreon members earlier. Excuse me. So on gold, the daily time frame, to me, I still think this is very clearly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. I still think this middle section is a wave B. I still think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. I had my Fibonacci retracement on here at one point, and it turned right at the 61% Fibonacci retracement as this move up. And as you can see, this move up is very strong. I think it's going to, over the coming weeks, continue the uptrend, making higher highs, higher lows, and eventually take out this high and go into all-time new highs on gold. So going down to the daily time frame, I still think the trend is up for sure. I still think this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways up. A, B, oops, let me draw that again. A, B, C down, and then probably just going to continue to make higher highs, higher lows. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be some corrections along the way, but you know, corrections are actually very good for us because those give us chances to get in again and maybe even build a position the whole way up for the continuation of the uptrend. So pullbacks are always good. They're really nothing to fear. So anyways, going down to the 1 hour time frame, I think the gold's going long. I mentioned this to my Patreon group earlier, and if anybody is interested in joining my Patreon group, then the link for that will be in the description, and it will also be in the chats right now. It comes with a trading course with 7.5 hours of trading, educational, and it also comes with a members forecast I do every single morning pre-London session on the dollar pairs and the yen pairs. And it comes with a whole bunch of other stuff. So definitely check that out if you're interested. It's a really good deal. You get a lot for your money. So anyways, gold this morning, I even mentioned to my members that gold was going to go down, take out this low, and then go back up, which is exactly what it's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if it only went up to this high right here, and then made another crescent, and then it later on ended up continuing up, because to me it definitely looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means that it's probably going to end this trend, and it's probably eventually going to make a crescent to the trend, like another ABC, and then another continuation of the uptrend. But if this really is the end of a crescent on like the daily, then this very easily could just keep on stretching out too. It could just keep on going up and up and up. So definitely be aware that it may just keep on trending. So that's all the dollar pairs. Let's go take a look at some yen pairs. Euro yen has probably been one of the strongest ones. I still think that the yen pairs are going to go down again. I still think this move down is most likely a wave A. I still think this move up is most likely a wave B. And I still think that it's going to turn down again to make a C, and then probably end up continuing back up. So I do expect to see another move down on the euro yen, going down to the 4 hour time frame. Yana, what was that on the 4 hour time frame? Yeah, you're probably right, Yana. It probably is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you right? I absolutely agree with you. And on the 4 hour time frame, what were you saying about breakup structure? We definitely got a breakup structure right here, and we definitely got a higher low, so I think that tells me that this whole downtrend is complete. So I think that we're going up probably to one of these fib levels. So I would definitely primarily be looking for longs for sure. So the 4 hour time frame on the euro yen, I think this move up is a B. I think this is an A, B, C of B. And I think that we're at the 78%. I think this could be a likely place for this to turn down. I definitely wouldn't try to go short until I see an impulsive move to the downside, like an impulsive engulfing move down, but it definitely looks like it's getting close. It's probably in a wave forward, just like Yana was just saying. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if it turns down and breaks structure, that's probably going to be the end of a wave B, and it probably will start a new downtrend for the wave C, like what I was showing on the longer time phase, which would probably go down and take out the low of wave A. So the pound yen has been going down already because of the pound CPI, and I'm actually starting to think more and more that this one may have already ended a wave B. I was thinking this morning that it may go up again, but I don't know if that pound CPI is going to do it, and I definitely do see a 1, 2, 3-way pattern right there. Definitely a very messy. I mean, this whole thing right here looks like one big overlapping crescent, which is why I still think there's a pretty good chance that it may go up like that and then go back down. We'll have to see what happens, because a lot of the other yen pairs don't really seem like they have time to do that. see. I don't know. I'm starting to think that the B is already over it. It may just go down and make a C, and then after that, just continue the uptrend. It definitely looks like it's already over. It looks like 3 waves up right there, A, B, C, or B, and it looks like, even though it's very messy, that it is making lower lows, lower highs. I think probably our best bet is to continue to look for shorts on that, probably because of the pound news. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely, it's very overlapping, very messy, but it's definitely lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. If I see it go up again and make another lower low, I would definitely take that as a short for sure. It very easily could just keep going down. I'm starting to think that's already in a wave B, a wave C. The Aussie yen, on the other hand, does look like it wants to go up. This one looks like it wants to go up and make the wave B. So maybe the pound yen will make another attempt to go up. I think this is definitely an A, B, C, or B though. A, B, C of B. 61 or maybe 78%, and then bam, down it goes. But I think this move down is going to be a wave C, which means that probably once that wave C is over, it will most likely continue the uptrend. So 1 hour time frame, this is another one I was telling my members this morning that we should probably continue to look for longs. It looks like it's trying to form a long right now. I think there's a good chance this is probably going to go up to at least the 61%. Probably finish a wave B, and then maybe tomorrow or the day after, it'll make a nice move to the downside. So I would definitely still be looking for longs, but I would definitely be cautious because it looks like it may go up. Now the Kiwi looks a lot like the pound in a way. It looks like it's already ended a wave B. I mean, I definitely see 3 waves up right there. I definitely see it respecting a Fibonacci level. This looks impulsive. This looks corrective, which it may go up a little more, but I think there's a good chance it's going to do something like this and then later on continue the uptrend. Let's take it down to the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I would say probably an A, B, C. Look at that. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Let's go down to the 30 minutes so we can see a little better. Yeah, definitely. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves up. Probably going to take out this high. I think we're forming a W, X, Y pattern. The triple zigzag. I almost guarantee that's what it is. And then go up and then back down again. And that looks very clear. That may end up being a nice trading opportunity right there for sure. Probably gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then down it goes. That definitely looks like a triple zigzag for sure. Ooh, Canadian found some strength again finally. I don't know. It went from being very weak to being very strong. It seems like it could go down again just like all the other pairs and before it goes up for real, but we'll have to see. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Yeah, I remember this now. Now I do think it is going to go down again. I think this is all wave A, probably ending right here where that spike is, and then this is an A or B. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves down. That is a lower low than this, but I would almost guarantee that that is an irregular A, B, C, or B, and I bet we are going up right now. We are at the 38% fib level, so if that does make an impulsive engulfing turn down, I would definitely take that as a short because it probably would go down again. Let's see, the 1 hour time frame. It does have that 3, 4, 5 shape. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue to respect this level. If it does, and then makes an impulsive move down, breaks structure, that's going to be the end of a wave C, I bet. And that's probably going to be the continuation of the downtrend. So that definitely looks like it's very close to ending. I would definitely not try to go short unless I see it bounce off a fib again and then make an engulfing move to the downside, but It really looks very, very close to ending that sets an uptrend. Let's see. Let me just check real quick, see if there's any requests. So anyways, yeah, let's see. The Swiss yen. The Swiss yen was very strong up. But just like the other ones, I do think that this is going to make a move down. It may make a higher low. It may not go all the way down, but I think it's going to go down before it goes up again. Probably something like that. I still think this is going to be like a wave B. And I definitely do see 3 waves in there. 1, 2, 3. And we are at the 100% Fibonacci extension also, so if this does a little 3, 4, 5 shape, if it makes an impulsive down, if it breaks structure, I think that could be the end of a correction. Probably go down. It may not go down all the way down here because of how strong the Swiss is, but it still would probably be a pretty good move down to the downside before it ends up continuing the uptrend. So let's see, we did all the dollar pairs, we did all the yen pairs, so let's go check out Bitcoin, and then we'll probably go look at oil and natural gas. Bitcoin is still in that correction. Gotta zoom out a little bit to really see what it is that I'm looking at. But I still think that Bitcoin is pretty clear on the higher time frames. That we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up for the A. I still think this is all a wave B. I think that this is like a 1 in here someplace. This is going to be a 2, and then it's going to go up and make a 3, 4, and 5 of wave C. I think this is all an ABC of wave B. Man. I'm going to have to download a new pen app, I think. And then from there, it's probably going to end up continuing to look down again. It's a very long-term outlook, but I think that is what's going on. I think for sure. Taking it down to the 4-hour time frame, I think we're definitely in a correction. I think that the wave 5 for the 1 is right here. And this is a wave 1. And then this is probably an A right here. This is definitely a 3-way pattern up, probably a wave B. And then, man, we may be getting really close. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. I was thinking it would go down further, grab all this liquidity, maybe do something like this, and then go back up to complete a wave 2. So, 1-hour time frame. Yeah, I think it is going to go down again. A, B, C up. Probably going to go down at least one more time. Probably go down and grab that liquidity I was showing on the 4-hour time frame before it makes that impulsive move to the upside. So let's go check out the commodities. Oil, natural gas. Is oil still going up? Ooh, it does. Look at that. So nice. I still think that oil is going to end up doing something like this, going up and breaking this high, and probably doing something like that. And then I think it's going to go down, make a B, and then probably back up to make a C. A, B, and C. 4-hour time frame. Yeah, going up nicely. Look at that. And that is definitely an ABC correction. 1, 2, 3 waves down. End of a correction and continuation of the uptrend. I would definitely be looking for longs on that one for sure. That right there is an irregular ABC correction is what I call it. You got a 1, 2, like 3, 4, 5 in there for the wave A. This right here is the ABC of B. And then it's got a little downtrend right there for the C. And then, bam, impulsive up, break of structure, bam, there it goes back to the upside. I would definitely, for sure, be looking for pullback entries. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. If it makes 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long again for the continuation of that uptrend. I would for sure just continue to look for longs on this one. Natural gas. Oh, yeah. I still think that natural gas is going to go up and make a new high. Hey Emerald, how's it going today? Thank you for the channel support. With that $5 channel support, you get access to request anything you want me to look at during these live streams. So if you have something that you want me to look at that I have not looked at already, definitely let me know and be more than happy to do so. Hey Oliver, how's it going? No problem. I appreciate the support. I definitely do, and it makes a big difference, especially to like and subscribe on YouTube. We're going to hit 20,000, I think, within the next couple of weeks, which is definitely going to be a big milestone for me. So anyways, looking at natural gas, I think that it is a pretty clear pattern. I think it's an A. This stupid pen. So A, B, C, and then instead of continuing the uptrend, it made another 3 waves up, D, and then it made another downtrend, E. It didn't go down and touch that fib level, but it looks like it's ending a correction. It looks like it's going to go up now. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, it looks like we're about ready to have an end of a trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that goes down and takes out structure, it's probably the beginning of a new correction, and then later on continue up again. So that's good that it's doing that, because if it does make an ABC down, that will give us a much safer, much better entry to go long at the end of that ABC for the continuation of the uptrend. So that may end up making a really nice long opportunity for us. So let's see, we did oil, natural gas. What's the stock market up to? Probably making a low move up yet. Ooh, it's passing the 78%. We're still definitely in a wave 3. Now I've been talking about this for several weeks also, but I think that we're going to go up and make an all-time highs on the stock market. I think that this, especially because we're in an election year next year, I think this is going to end up doing this. So that way, when the election starts next year, the Democrats can say, we just made all-time highs. So yeah, I think this is going to go up and make all-time highs, and then after that, I think it's going to make that big push down, probably all the way down to about the 3,200. Hey Twin, how's it going? How can the DXY keep dropping? Wouldn't that cause more inflation? I don't think so, because with the dollar being cheaper, people in other countries can afford more U.S. goods. I don't know. I would think that that's probably not the case. Yeah, look at that. We're now respecting the 78%. So a cheaper dollar makes for importing easier. Hey, Trading Sock, how's it going? Yeah, we already looked at the yen pairs. So, I think this is now respecting the 78% level. I think there's a good chance this is just going to keep on trending up. I would definitely continue to look for longs. I bet there was a nice long just recently. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long. Really, really nice looking ABC corrections, and I don't really see any reason to think it's over on the longer time frame. So if I see another 3 waves down, I see another impulsive move up, I would definitely for sure continue to look for longs in an uptrend for the continuation of this uptrend. Let's see. We pretty much did the full circle already though, so let's see. Let me see if there's any Aussie yen trading stock. We may better look at that for you real quick. Oh, Bjorn thinks that it's going up for wave 5. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't think it's a wave 5. I think it's a wave B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a wave C of wave B. I think this over here is the A. I think this right here is the B. Man, this pen is awful. B. And I think we're going up for a wave C. I think there's a good chance it's going to go up probably bounce off one of these fib levels, and most likely from there, head back down. What time frame was that? Oh, that was the 1 day time frame that you're looking at. I agree that it does look like it could be an ABC correction on the daily, but I don't know. I think it's distorted someplace because of how weak the yen has been. Pretty much all the other yen pairs tell me that they're currently in a wave B, which means that we're probably going to get one more push down to finish the C, and then from there we're probably going to end up continuing back up. And on the daily, it definitely does look like 3 waves down, but I think that right there is a failed wave 5. I think that this is the trend, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a failed wave 5, and then an A, B, C, and then back up again. But I definitely agree that it's going up. I just don't really think it's quite ready yet. Let me go back because I'm pretty sure there was a couple requests that I didn't get to. I think the Aussie Canadian was one of them. Yeah, the Aussie Canadian. We can look at that one. So yeah, let's check out that Aussie Canadian, see what's up with that. Not really too many more requests coming in, so we'll check out pretty much whatever. Man, that thing does not want to go up, does it? I mean, I'm starting to wonder if it's just going to keep on going down. I still feel like it looks like a big WXY pattern. It still looks like 3 waves up. It still looks like 1, 2, 3 waves down. It should lead to another 1, 2, 3 waves up. But boy, it doesn't want to do that, does it? And honestly, it could go down. Maybe that's just a correction. Just kind of like the Aussie. Throw some Fibonacci on there, see if that tells us anything. Yeah, we're getting close to the 61%. It looks like one trend so far, like a 1, 2, 3, maybe there's a 4 or 5 in there, which means it would probably go up and then down again and then back up. So I would definitely be looking for shorts right now, but I would be thinking in the back of my mind that there's definitely a possibility this is a correction and that it goes back up. But look at that. That's definitely a trend for sure. That's definitely 3 waves up. That's definitely a trend, and that's definitely one trend. It looks like a 1, 2, 3. I think we got another. We most likely have another wave coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Man, that pen is awful today. It's supposed to be a wave 5. I think this afternoon I'm going to find a new pen software. This thing is awful. So anyways, I do realize there's a pen right here, but I don't really, for some reason it doesn't, I don't really like it that well. I guess it works pretty good. Can I make it a little bigger? Oh, I'm already maxed out on the size. Let's see here. See if I can make it a little bigger. Yeah, I guess not. So yeah, it looks like a 1, 2, and this looks like it's all one setting up trend, which means it's probably going to go up and make a 4, and then probably back down again to make a 5, and then probably back up. Probably something along those lines. So let's see, is there any more requests? US dollar yen. Yeah, we'll go look at the dollar pairs again here in a minute. Let me check Discord, see if there's any more requests. Hey, Turner. Yeah, I'll draw out a fib on the US dollar yen. What time frame are you looking at? 1 hour? Okay. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I bet it is. That US dollar yen, that euro dollar doesn't look like the correction is big enough. Yeah, I think we're still only in a wave A. I'm getting rid of that pen. Bye. I think we're only in a wave A. I would expect it to go down, probably end up doing something like that, and then probably go up and make a B, and then probably down again to make a C. That crescent doesn't look big enough, because most likely it's a crescent to this whole move up. So that means it's probably going to go to 38% minimum, I would say, before it ends that crescent and heads back up. So, whoops, one too many. So the US dollar yen 1 hour time frame, what are we looking at there? Fibonacci. Oh, path arrow, yeah. I got this one too. That's true. We could definitely try that. Like bam, 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 bam. Something like that. Yeah, that might be a little easier once I get used to it. So, anyways, yeah, the Fibonacci on the 1 hour, what Fibonacci are you looking at? I'm on the 1 hour time frame. The only Fibonacci I would use right now is either Fibonacci extension or possibly Fibonacci retracement. So I have my Fibonacci retracement measuring this whole move from top to bottom, from here to here. The more I look at this, it kind of makes me think that we may be in a wave 4 too, because I see that this looks like a 1, 2, and this looks like all one trend. And this may be an ABC of 4. It may just go to that 38% and then go down for wave 5. Definitely what it looks like. So, let's start off on the top. We already looked at the euro dollar again. The crescent's definitely not over on that. I think that we're getting close to ending a wave B, though. Probably going to go up pretty soon to make a wave B. And then hey, Yana, I thought we would maybe go up for wave 1 of wave A. Yeah, I think so. That's kind of what I was thinking too, honestly. Just, I'll show you what I mean in a minute when I get there, but I don't really see a break of structure for the wave 4. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. This one's probably not done either. I would imagine this is probably going to go down again also. I think we probably should continue to look for shorts on this one too. Something like that, and then down again. I think probably definitely looking for shorts is the way to go on that. Oh yeah, that looks like it's still in a wave A for sure. If it goes down and then back up and breaks structure, that's what's going to tell us. That's what's going to tell us that this whole trend is over. It has not done so yet. But then once it goes up, it's probably just going to be a wave B and then probably down again for a wave C. I would definitely still be looking for shorts on this one for sure too. Control Z. There we go. That's easier. And then the US dollar Canadian. I think this one's very close to going up too. It really looks like it's getting ready to go up. Like this. Whoops. Probably something like this is coming. Either to the 50 or the 61.8 before it ends up continuing back down. And the US dollar Swiss. Oh, the US dollar Swiss is making that move up, so the US dollar Canadian and the dollar yen are probably going to follow. I think this is an A right here. This right here is most likely a B. And this is probably going to go up and make a wave C. And then I think it's going to go down, break structure, and go down again. US dollar yen. A wave A of wave 1. Maybe that might. Oh wait, hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it figured out now, Yana. Let's see. I think this is the wave 4 right here because that's definitely 3 waves up, and it definitely broke structure. I think that everything else is in a wave A too, so this is probably in a wave A also. That's probably exactly what it is because a wave 4 should break structure for the wave 3, and this is all lower lows, lower highs this whole way down. Which means that this little 3, 4, 5 shape that we see right there is probably only the 3, 4, 5 of 3. Which means that this is probably an A, B, C of 4. And then this is definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down for the wave 5. We just got a higher low for the wave 5. And now we're in a wave A, a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. I think that's definitely it. And then we're probably gonna, it could go up further though. It could definitely keep going like that. And then down again for the B and then back up for the C. I think that's what's going on for sure. This is only a wave A. Yeah, we're gonna take another look at gold. Wave B and wave C. Maybe 61%. And then bam, down it goes. Break structure and continue the downtrend, I bet. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I think that's for sure what it is. Looking at it on the 4 hour. Very, very clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why teamwork is so important because really all it takes is one other member, and that's why the Discord community for me is so important. And if you have not joined already, it's 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. It's 100% free. No obligations to ever pay a dime if you do not want. You can join my Patreon service if you do want to. Get some extra help with your trading. Participate in my trading course. Participate in my members forecasts and my AM live streams that I do. But teamwork is really important when it comes to trading because all it took was for Yana to say that she thinks it's in a wave A for me to realize what is actually going on here. You know, all it takes is one person to really open you up your eyes to a pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. Impulsive up, break of structure. That's the end of this whole trend. Now we're going up for an A, B, C, probably up to at least a 61 or the 50. So yeah, that's good. Thanks a lot, Yana, for that. Definitely. I think that makes a lot of sense. So let's move on to gold. What is gold up to? Well, it tried to go up, but it definitely didn't, did it? I do see 5 waves on the daily. I mean, it definitely looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up right there. Maybe, probably not. Probably just going to be another crescent and then another continuation. This is what I expect to see on the daily. Let's go down to the 4 hour. So this is probably a 1, 2. Maybe it is a 3, 4, 5. Maybe it is going to go down, make a decent pullback, and then go back up and continue up. I think it's going to continue to do higher highs, higher lows, so I would definitely continue to look for longs in an uptrend for sure. 1 hour time frame, yep. Definitely going down. That was a failed wave 5 right there, wasn't it? For sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a lower high for the wave 5. Now we're going down probably just for the wave A. B, C, and then back up again. And if it's a crescent to the whole trend, which it definitely could be, right now I would look at it as only a crescent to the last wave, but if it's a crescent to the whole trend, then it's going to end up being a lot bigger than that. It's going to end up looking like this, which is definitely a possibility. It goes down, breaks the low of wave 4, and then bam, up it goes. So right now I would be looking at this as possibly a crescent to just this wave. And if that's the case, then it would make like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, B, and then C, and then back up. If it's a crescent to the whole trend from here to here, then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and then probably back up like that. So either way, I think it's going up. It's just whether it's a correction to the last wave or whether it's a correction to the whole trend, I guess, is the question we should just watch and learn. Fortunately, if we just watch and pay attention, the market will tell us what it is that it's going to do next, and we just go along with the flow. Hey, that's good, Turner. What's silver up to? Silver can sometimes really help us on a pattern also. Yeah, silver I think is definitely going up. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 waves down. 61% Fibonacci. I think that anything we see to the downside is going to be nothing more than a correction to the uptrend, which is probably going to be the exact same thing on gold. It does look like it's very close to going down, but anything we see to the downside should just be a correction, and it should just keep on trending. Yeah, I think it is probably going to go down. It might even be a decent move to the downside, something like this, A, B, C, and then back up again. So let me see here. Let me go back to the chats. Doesn't look like there's any more requests, anything in here. So I guess that's pretty much it. Kind of a slow day, even though it is a Wednesday. It's kind of a slow day. Really, the whole week has been kind of slow. Now, one thing we do have to realize is that today we really didn't have much news, but the market is probably waiting for next week. What do we have next week? We have the FOMC on Wednesday next week. This is probably what the US dollar pairs are waiting for right here, 3 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock UK time. Next week on Wednesday, so a week from today. The market is 100% going to be setting itself up for this news next week, over the next week. 100% for sure. So, like I said, definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. It makes a huge difference to push my content out to new members, my live streams and my videos. Definitely check out my daily videos that I do on most of the US dollar pairs and then a couple yen pairs every day. And also, make sure you check out my live streams. I normally live stream on Monday, Wednesday, and on Friday. And I try to live stream around some big news events too, if there is any. This week really wasn't too much, but next week on the FOMC, I'm sure I'll be live streaming for that, so definitely stop in and check that out. We still have a few hours left to the New York session, so definitely keep an eye on these dollar pairs. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some nice movement over the next few hours. It is definitely peak New York session right now, so definitely keep an eye on the dollar pairs. And as always, definitely happy trading and good luck to everybody.